In Northeast Ohio just last night, especially here, but what can that mean for you and your home? With some answers and maybe some tips, from Ohio State Waterproofing. Frank Bach is joining us, certified foundation expert. Frank, it is the season, where we're going to have family coming over, possibly company. We may be using the basement more often than we did before. We go down there. What are the warning signs we should look for?
This time of year, the big one is going to be an odor. Obviously we're indoors more, so
that musty smell.
That musty smell. Maybe when you're bringing out those holiday decorations, you might want to look around, make sure mold hasn't grown on anything over the season. Look for the white powders, stains. We don't really want to wait till the water shows up before we start trying to kind of do our due diligence.
So if there is white powder or there is something on the boxes that we're pulling out for decorations and all of that, does that mean the water has already permeated, or is it just in the air and it jumps on that first?
No, typically the white powders or the stains are an indication that there is moisture penetrating the foundation somehow.
Okay.
That's why you want to do your due diligence to try to check out and see where this might be coming from.
All right, we're looking at some pictures here of, obviously this is obvious, okay, but
not always.
Not always, right? Yeah. I mean, then this is what we're talking about.
This is typical of what you might see: some water building up inside the block, causing the paint to peel, may even cause some actually mold to start to grow. That's the thing that today we want to be so careful with, because we're indoors now more than ever, with the winter, obviously, and this is the worst time for the indoor air quality.
So if we see that on the walls or on the floors, what's happening behind that or underneath it, it's got to be a lot worse.
It is. In some cases, if you get in front of it right away, it can be small, but sometimes those small things, you're typically only seeing about 25% of the actual problem.
What tips can you offer?
Well, the biggest I give people this time of the year is the 3 Gs. Let's get the gutters cleared with the leaves that come off the trees. This is something people overlook. Grading, now's an opportunity to walk around the home itself, make sure the ground is pitched away, no water puddles next to the home. That will freeze and cause damage that will end up in the springtime, a new issue. And then groundwater. This is the time of year when the snow's melting. It snowed last night and now it's raining today. That groundwater is rising, and if we don't have some kind of a backup system on our pumps or on our sump pumps, these are the things that can happen during a winter storm. The power can go out, and it only takes a matter of minutes for thousands of gallons of water to fill a basement from a bad sump pump.
And it doesn't stop unless you stop it.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. So let's real quick, if we have time here, we're going to take a look at some of the pictures here of what happens when something is done the right way by an expert like Ohio State Waterproofing.
Actually, look at that. It's a beautiful space.
It really is.
When you think about it, it's one of the only remodels that you can do where you actually gain square footage that you weren't able to use before.
Right.
If I remodel a bathroom, I still have a bathroom.
Right.
If I end up doing my basement, I end up with the largest square footage possible that I can utilize.
Right. And that's the thing anymore these days, man, using what you have to the fullest. All right. So talk to the experts. It's so simple to reach out to them, and do it now. Good advice from Frank. The number to call is 330-467-1055, ohiostatewaterproofing.com. Wishing you the best holiday.
Same to you.
You can see him right in your own home. He's an expert. We'll take a quick break. Invite him for Thanksgiving, right?
Oh, sure.
This segment of Good Company was sponsored by Ohio State Waterproofing.